The Carmelo Anthony Saga is finally over. Today, the New York Knicks agreed to trade Carmelo Anthony to the Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, and a draft pick. So I'm going to evaluate this trade. It seems like the Thunder got a huge boost for their team in getting Carmelo Anthony. Because already in this offseason, the Thunder have gotten Paul George in the offseason. But the question is, can the chemistry between those three, between Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony, can it pan out? If the chemistry can work, they could make a run for the finals within the next 3 years. Maybe 5 years. But if the chemistry is not there, then Oklahoma City may end up losing in the first round of the playoffs again. Because the Western Conference has gotten much harder, has had more competition in this offseason than the Eastern Conference has. In fact, in the Eastern Conference, I think the only 3 teams that can compete to get to the finals is the Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, the Boston Celtics, and I'm going to have a little bit of a stretch and say that the Washington Wizards can compete for the Eastern Conference Championship. From the Western Conference, you can have Golden State, Houston, San Antonio, Oklahoma City. Maybe even the Timberwolves can compete in the playoffs this year. So those are about 5 teams that compete for the Western Conference, but only 3 teams can really compete in the Eastern Conference. And we've had Cavs and Warriors in the finals for the last 3 years. And the whole trend of a super team, it continues to be that way. It just seems that one of these days that we're just going to have about 10 teams in the NBA. They're just going to form super teams. That's just what it's seeming like right now. Because the Rockets seem to be starting to form a super team. The Warriors already have one. The Cavs, well, they had one, but then Kyrie was traded to the Boston Celtics in exchange for Isaiah Thomas. So as far as this trade goes, it's almost leading into the trend of a super team, like I've been saying all NBA offseason long. It's just coming into a super team. All these different super teams. But as far as how the Knicks can utilize Enes Kanter and Doug McDermott, honestly, Kristaps Porzingis deserves better. Hopefully, maybe the Knicks are using all these scraps. Not to call them scraps or anything, but Enes Kanter is not as good as Steven Adams is. And there's a lot of players that are better than Doug McDermott that are on other different teams. At least with someone of his caliber. And with whoever the second round pick, it's reportedly going to be a second round pick that the Thunder are sending to the Knicks. It's via the Chicago Bulls. But I'm just going to leave it at that. Comment who you think won this trade. Comment how you think that the 3 of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony, how the chemistry is going to work. Because Russell Westbrook, he's not going to have a triple-double every night anymore, now that Paul George and Carmelo Anthony are joining him. The only reason why Russell Westbrook had all those triple-doubles is because he had to. Because he was the only player on his team, really. And now the Thunder have sent help, have gotten help, have traded for help. They've traded help of Paul George and Carmelo Anthony to join Russell Westbrook. Alright, like and subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends and family. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good day, everybody.